All right, hello everybody, and welcome to not Modern Warfare 3. This is a review of the Modern Warfare 3 campaign, but I don't know. I don't really feel like playing it right now. So there is quite a bit of distaste with this year's campaign in the Call of Duty community. People are really upset with it. And now, while I may have my own disagreements with calling it the worst Call of Duty campaign of all time, I do agree that it is not the greatest. It's definitely not the greatest campaign. And I do have my own problems with it. And let's just clear this out of the way to begin with. I think it's like, if I were to rate the game on a scale of 10, I think I would say it's a solid 6. It could get worse, it could get better, but it's definitely not the worst campaign I think that one goes to Black Ops 3, Vanguard, or Ghosts, probably. Frankly, all of my issues kind of reside within the ending of the campaign and how they executed it. I feel like there was much more that could have been done afterwards to create probably what would have been a really good campaign, actually. I don't really have a script. I don't ever really do scripts for videos. It's not my thing. I feel like it kind of makes the video less authentic, and I would like to keep my videos as authentically me as possible. I'm probably gonna start with the positives the positives with the campaign, because that is the shortest section. If I can figure out how to do the little tags thing, like how people separate their videos into like little parts at using the timeline. I can't really think about too many positives, but there are definitely some. What I liked about the campaign, the obvious stuff, it looked really good. The cutscenes that were rendered out of engine were phenomenal, as always. They're always really good. I mean, it's a AAA game. It better be, or else people are not going to be very happy. Cutscenes that were rendered in engine didn't really look nearly as great as they usually do, but they still looked fine. I feel like the models and in-game animations were top tier as well. The set pieces, like the scenes, like the places that we fought in, I think were really nice. I think my favorite set piece was probably the frozen tundra. I feel like because of the Modern Warfare 3 engine, I feel like that the movement and the gunplay was really fun. So I guess I can give credit to that. Now, here's the stuff that I can't really put my finger on. I can't really say whether it's good or bad. It's, I guess, mid. The open combat missions. Now, while a lot of people would really say that they hate the open combat missions, that they weren't good at all, I think that that's a little bit of an exaggeration. I think that's being kind of dramatic. I don't think that they were the worst thing in the world. I think that a lot of that sentiment comes from people just kind of playing it like it's a regular mission. Not that you should have to play it in a specific way. Not really. I mean, it's probably boring because you played it the same as every other mission, and it didn't really seem like they were the developers or whoever were very focused on how the in-mission story developed, and they were more focused on the actual gameplay. And also, they were kind of repetitive. It was always just go point A, point B, point C, do point A thing, do point B thing, do point C thing. I can kind of give that a pass because it's Call of Duty and the campaigns have always been super linear, so I can kind of understand them having trouble making a non-linear mission. I like the element or the idea that you can kind of choose whether or not you want to be stealthy or loud or any of that. And so that's why I kind of put it in this middle category, because I can't really put my finger on how I feel about it. Certain missions feel like they are not really designed veteran in mind. For example, the other day I was recording footage, and is what it was called actually. And I always go get my achievements in veteran because I'm a loser and I love to punish myself and make games not fun for me, I guess. And while I was doing that, I kind of noticed that the riot shield enemies have almost pinpoint accurate aim. Like, they literally don't miss. Dude, oh my god. I'm gonna lose my mind. These guys aren't even, it's like they have riot shields and they have perfect aim.
As a Nolan. Be advised.
Look at that! And so I guess that's just kind of like a personal issue with it, that they weren't really thinking about anybody that would play it on a harder difficulty when they were programming the enemies or something. That's why I'm sticking it in this section, because it's kind of more of a personal issue than. Now we're at the longest part of the video. This is yikes, man. This campaign, while it's not the worst ever, it is definitely not great. Easy first one. It is way too short. It is a very short campaign, and it's insanely obvious that it was intended to originally be a DLC. Originally being intended to be a DLC, that is not really a criticism or something that I mind, because I'm very glad that I don't have to play Modern Warfare 2 for another year. Definitely wish the campaign was longer or had more exposition to it or continued after, which, spoiler warning, Soap dies. And I feel like it cut off at a really good part. Like, I feel like that gives the main, like, the actual player motivation, and other than just the game says, hey, go do that. And so I feel like they didn't capitalize on that at all. So so Soap's death feels hollow. It feels unnecessary, and it feels like it could have been avoided or even cut out altogether. And so why kill off, you know, plenty of people's favorite character, me included, if you're not even going to do anything with it? And of course it would be to set up the next game, right? Which is why it was obvious that it was a DLC, was because it was setting up the next game or next installment DLC, whatever the flip it was going to be, of Modern Warfare. Speaking of the ending being, you know, not my favorite, I do not like the way they handled Soap's death at all. I really think that, like, you know what? Actually, I don't even really have to say anything. Let's compare the original Modern Warfare 3's version of Soap's death to this one.
Yuri, my friend, you never should have come here.
What are you talking about? Get out now! Table. Nice. Not now, son. Just rest. Get a medic! Come on, stay with me, son. Nice. No. Makarov. Nose. Yuri. Oh, no! So! No! Rise! So! You have to go now! Get off me! I'm sorry. Race! This way! So trusted you. I thought I could too. So why in bloody hell does Makarov know you?
Woke up! 07 to 6, we're punching through now!
Get here! What's next, Soap?
Locate the blasting cap. Bottom left-hand corner.
Copy. Blasting cap attached to the C4.
Aye. There's a serial number on it. Give me the third number.
Third number is, 9.
Copy. Good work. This bomb has 2 fuses. We need to cut both at the same time. Red wire.
Red wire. Got it.
Take this to hell with you, Captain.
Never bury your enemies alive.
They've gone.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, that's pretty underwhelming, isn't it? Yeah, that's pretty bad, isn't it? One of my main issues with the campaign is that it just feels like the whole thing was sequel bait. It just I feel like Activision forcing a full release instead of allowing Sledgehammer more time to work on the campaign and actually, you know, flesh it out a little bit more and add all kinds of things to it and such, kind of makes it feel like it's more just, oh, hey, character name drop, character name drop, character name drop. Oh, you remember this guy? Oh, you remember this thing? Feels like that's all it is fan service sequel bait, which is kind of what the Five Nights at Freddy's movie was. I feel like Sledgehammer was not given enough time, as per usual. Daddy Activision obviously hates all of us, devs and fans, and I just want to make sure that everybody understands that you should not be attacking the developers here. You can tell that they were going to flesh the story out more. I feel like if they had more time to work on this, like if Activision would have just sat on the billions of dollars that they made and gave Sledgehammer more time to work on this campaign and work on the rest of the game altogether, I feel like it would have been a much better campaign. Now we're stuck with, hell yeah, Soap and Ghost did Face Month. Is that Flora? Is that Alex? Oh boy! Yuri, name drop! I think the reason everyone is so upset with this campaign is not because it's the worst campaign in Call of Duty history, it's because it's the most disappointing. Modern Warfare 3, for at least me, is one of the greatest Call of Duty games I've ever touched. But at least story-wise, campaign-wise, it wrapped up the trilogy so perfectly until Modern Warfare 2019 came and fucked everything up. Still hate that game, will always hate that. My favorite Call of Duty game of all time is Modern Warfare 3, and this does not live up to the name at all. They could, like, there's so many opportunities. Like, for example, like, it was hinted and I think said that Shadow Company was working with Makarov, and that creates more missions, just that right there. If 141 were to somehow figure out that Graves was working alongside Makarov in any volume, it would set up possibly a series of missions finding Shadow Company's headquarters and going after and killing Graves again, even though you did that in the last game and they just wanted to throw him in for some reason. And like in between, you could be preventing more terror attacks that happen. Of course, like I'm kind of just fan fictioning, but like, would that not be a much better conclusion to this campaign than, oh, Soap's dead and we spread his ashes and that's it? Anyways, I mean, if this video even comes out, I give Modern Warfare 3's campaign a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10, 5.5 out of 10, either or. You take it or leave it. Anyways, that's about it. That's all I can really think of. Bye.